Hi guys, as the title says, this is a vlog about Sula Vineyard. So, Sula Vineyard is in Nashik in Maharashtra, and I traveled from Chennai to Mumbai because I was kind of spending couple of days in Mumbai. So I landed in Mumbai, but Sula Vineyard is in Nashik, and Nashik has a airport as well. So if you need to kind of land in Nashik, you can definitely do that. So the flight from Chennai to Mumbai takes about 1 hour 15 minutes, and we landed in Mumbai. And from Mumbai, we drove to Nashik or Sula Vineyard. The distance from Mumbai to Sula Vineyard is about 160 kilometers. We started a little early, say about 7 o'clock. There was a lot of truck traffic, but otherwise it was pretty smooth. But the road wasn't smooth because there was a lot of speed breakers, and if you see my camera shaking, it's mainly due to the speed breakers, and they are not highlighted as well. So the car couple of times had to, the wobbling was terrible. So you pass through the Western Ghats, and the drive was very nice, and the weather as well. We traveled in January, and hey, that's us. We are friends from college, and we get together once a year, and this is the time we did a trip to Sula Vineyard. And the drive to Sula was pretty nice, picturesque, a lot of small lakes, and it was pleasant. The weather was pleasant as well. The minimum going to 13 degrees Celsius, and there you see Sula Vineyard. In a week from the time we were visiting, they were going to have the Sula Fest. So I've never been to one, but I heard that a lot of celebrities are there during that point of time. And you have two properties of Sula. There is Sula Source. This is Sula Source. And we stayed in Sula Beyond. So what you see right now is Sula Source. It was very beautiful. It had very colorful. They had, trees with bottles, wine bottles. It's a huge wine bottle. A lot of pictures were taken over there. This is a machinery which they were using, but they no longer do. And that's the reception for you. You have this grape stomping kind of a drum. They do have grape stomping. I'm not sure. I think they have it during the typical season. It wasn't there when we were around. And they have restaurants. There's one restaurant called Soma, and there's another kind of a coffee shop. This view is from there. You can see the Western Ghats. I'm sorry if I'm moving my camera a little fast because this is my first blog, as in a travel blog. So I think I'll get better in my next one. And you'll have bottles, huge bottles, wine bottles. And this is the restaurant. We had lunch. The food was amazing, just amazing. Probably we just got back after the wine tasting, so probably the food tasted even better. I'm not sure, but to be honest, the food was great. And very colorful indeed. And now we're going actually for the wine tour. And these huge barrels are the place where the grapes are fermented. These are the barrels where you get fermented, the grapes get fermented. And there were many barrels, and that light you see, that is natural light. The light coming out of that small tunnel kind of a thing is natural light, and they use natural light in this room. So this room has those kind of short tunnels through which natural light kind of seeps in, and that's how this entire room is lit up. So these are all the fermenting barrels, I suppose, or these containers. They're huge. So currently the tour guide told us that this is not a season for grapes, I suppose. And now we go to the wine cellar. There you see Sula Vineyards. And this is where the wine barrels are kept. And yes, there is wine inside those barrels. We shot some pictures over there. And this room is at 12 degrees centigrade. The temperature that's maintained is that. So the outside temperature was pretty chill, and inside as well. And this is where we come for the actual part, that's the wine tasting. And my friend got to knock off the cork for the wine bottle. Yep. Yes.
0.5 to 6 bars. I mean, the cork can actually fly up to 60 miles per hour. So whenever you try to open a bottle of champagne, just ensure you're not pointing the bottle at someone's face, right? The person standing next to you can barely get insured. It has to be open, no man's land every time, right? Starting with the basics, the very important part, how do we hold a wine glass? So can I please, when you're holding a glass, pick the glasses up.
Yeah.
This was so many men, so remember this.
Sorry. Thank you.
Alright, wonderful. So yes, holding a wine glass, by the ball part in this way, or maybe somewhat James Bond style, which is somewhat this way, right? Yes, I mean, wonderful. It seems to be stylish, but it's actually a wrong way of holding a glass. Let's just worry about it. No, that's not the way you do it. You always hold your wine glasses either by the stem or by the base, because the moment you do this, the temperature of your palm warms up the wine and the wine closes down. All the flavors, all the aromas will not come out, right? So it's very important to hold your glasses either by the stem or by the base of it, right? So yes, keep the glasses up. Wonderful. And before we start the wine tastings, there are 4 S I'll be running you through, and please do not follow me. Please do not follow me. The 4 S of wine tasting is to see, swallow, do not follow.
Do not follow. Okay.
See, you swallow, you sniff, and then you sip. You do it practically step by step, right? You can ask you to come in closer to the counter and hold your glass under the light. Keep your glass a little. Just hold your glass under the light. You're going to see a lot of fine bubble, right? Very fine sparkles.
Yeah.
Yes, and again, it's a good bubbly wine in your glass. And remember one thing: fine in the bubble, better is the champagne. Fine in the bubble, better is the champagne. First test is see, second test is swirl, but this is not to be swirled. You're not supposed to do this. If you do so, you lose all the bubbles, all the sparkles out of it, and your sparkling wine, wouldn't remain a sparkling in. So this is not to be done for sparkling bubble champagne. It's unlike the whiskeys. We know the whiskey is up top, right? That's for the whiskeys. But for the wine, you put your nose right into the glass and nose your wine this way. So nose it please. This is very yeasty, very pretty, very fermented aromas, right? You go anywhere in the world. You go to the city of Champagne, and the best of the champagne will always offer you a hint of yeastiness, readiness, which is because of the secondary fermentation into the bottle. 4th test, best test of wine tasting is to sip it. So I get to see a lot of impatient faces around this room. I mean, I wouldn't be keeping you waiting anymore. We are good to go for this wine. And remember one thing: when you drink a sparkling wine, there are no technicalities what you need to follow, but how to taste a non-sparkling wine. I'll explain you with the next. Right? For this, we are good to go for it. Cheers and salute for the first.
Cheers.
Cheers, all. Go.
And these are the wines that were given to us for tasting. And we had champagne, white wine. You saw that Sula, Dindori, and we got to taste 6 wines. And this is the bottle store where you get to buy these wines, which we got to taste. So you could buy the wine bottles of your choice at this store. Very reasonably priced, I should say. You have your typical white wines, red wines, and some of them come in some special packaging as well. You want to just keep it as a souvenir, yes, you may, or you may want to drink it too, whatever. So that's the bottle store, and now we come to Sula Beyond, and this is where we stayed. And again, I apologize for the wobbly camera, because as I said, this is my first time vlogging. That's a restaurant where you get to eat your breakfast and lovely greenery. And we are walking up to our room. And surprisingly, we were given a choice of 2 rooms. So that was good. And we chose the room which had a view of the swimming pool and then the lake there on. Yeah, that's the view we had from the room. It was amazing, just amazing. And yes, you enter the room. You have a decent bed, there's air condition, lights, whatever a regular room needs to have, tea, coffee, telephone. TV, of course, but it would be a sin to watch TV with such background, so we never watched TV at all. And then let's go to the most important place, the bathroom. Spacious indeed. You have the shower cubicle, which has some natural light beeping. You have some nature. Likewise, the closet room, yes, you have a huge mirror and a sink. And of course, we have to come back to the pool. It started getting cold towards the evening, say from 6 o'clock. It was getting pleasant. The maximum temperature was about 23 degrees Celsius, and it went to a low of 13 degrees Celsius. So it was extremely pleasant. And this is the view most of the time we enjoyed. Because of the cold, we didn't really venture into the pool, but just the view was amazing. When they say Sula Beyond, beyond is the word which describes it, I guess. It's just beyond this world. It was so peaceful. And they have their own tomatoes. They grow their own tomatoes. the normal big ones and the cherry tomatoes, and there you see a big cottage that's for, it's like a big one where if you go as a big family or group of friends where you guys are 10 of you, you get that entire thing with a private swimming pool. I'm sorry I had to end that vlog there. So if any of you get a chance, you should visit Sula Vineyard. It's an amazing place. You should at least spend a couple of days. You just get cut off from nature. It's beautiful. Hope you enjoyed this vlog. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.